back to Stringer and Fiction Show. I am going to show you my DAWs, right? So, I was inspired by Liminal Spaces and Pulp Mortem. They had a lengthy live stream, very entertaining, that they're showing off some select DAWs, and have encouraged other book collectors, YouTubers to also do some videos. So I think I'm going to do this in two parts. I'm going to show all of them. I'm going to go through kind of quick. I will preface, I'm not trying to collect all DAW books, but they do look good together on the shelf. And not even trying to collect all the yellow spines per se either. I collect authors who I think I want to read or like that also happen to have a DAW. So, and I've kind of, I'll show, about to walk you guys over and kind of show you the shelf they're on, and then we'll come back here and sit down and dig through the books. But that's the way I've collected so far. I may expand it. I've kind of limited my DAW stuff to these like 6 shelf spaces on this one shelf. So we'll see if I expand more. But let's go take a look at the shelf. All right, we're going to walk away from the recording spot. I'll show some else of the library here. Some shipping boxes. Always need extras of those. I still need to do a library tour to show off more. I'm trying to be steady as possible so it's not shaking around. I'm just doing this freehand. This is the DAW shelf. So I try to limit to these 6 shelves, minus the gores. I guess right, plus the gores. Not all of those are DAWs, but decided I wanted to collect those. So not read them. I've heard maybe mixed not so good things, but so here's all the DAWs. I try to keep the nice ones, and I'll bring them to the table and we'll take a look. See you in a few. Alright, and we're back ready to look at the books I pulled off. It's, I think, all the books I have in books between numbers DAW 1 and 275, minus any of the John Norman books that may fall into that category. So without further ado, we'll get going. The first is The Mind Behind the Eye, Joseph Green. This is DAW number 2. These are pretty nice. Oh, I want to mark, I got most of my DAWs off Whatnot. So for those of you sleeping on it, I'm not anything related to Whatnot besides that I sell on there every few weeks. I've only been able to build my collection mostly through this and some estate sale finds, and even down on eBay, but Whatnot is a way for me to selectively take books, and I get to see their condition first, get them shipped to me. Great book community, a bunch of great sellers, great buyers. A lot of my viewers are the Whatnot fellow sellers and some of my customers, so I appreciate you guys for following me over here too. But a couple, so like Diesel MJ Picks, Zig Zagoon on there. Some others often get Book Rapport, who's also a YouTuber. They get some really nice DAWs. Jordan Nichols, he's gotten some before, but Diesel MJ Picks is where I probably picked up a lot of these. They don't sell as often as they used to, but it would be, most of these DAWs, they just run for $3 starts, maybe not $4 starts. But on a lot of them, the condition is just like immaculate, uncirculated books. So I'll point some of those out. There's a few DAWs I have that aren't in minty shape, but a lot of mine are mint, and it's mostly because I was able to resource them for cheap from great sellers. So next one is A Darkness in My Soul, number 12 by Dean Koontz. I've had this one. I think he also has another alternate art. That's a reprint, like the UE number ones. I think it is. I think that's what it is, because this art, if I remember correctly, is different, and I've had both. So this may be one of the most beat up ones I have. And We Can Build You by PKD. I think it's number 14. Yep. So it's got some staining on the back. The spine has some creasing. Very cool. Not an easier one to find. Also, I haven't read a lot of these, so I'm not going to be able to be like, oh, this book's amazing. These are all authors and books I want to read, or I like the author. I just haven't read these particular books, so don't expect maybe a lot of commentary on how good some of these books are. These are all on my TBR, right? I try to collect something that I think I'll want to read, or I've read it, I love it so much, and it's collectible to me. So that's kind of where I stand. Brian Ball, number 19, The Regiments of Night. Pretty cool. Mostly nice shape. Aldous, the Book of Aldous. I'm pretty sure I got this from a estate sale, and it was, you know, like new. Number 29. Short stories by Mr. Aldous. And then a Carter, Under the Green Star. This is a part of a series. I think there's 4 or 5 books, and they're all in DAW, if I'm not mistaken. The star. It's like, I don't know. It's like Green Star or something. Star is the series name, if I can remember correctly. And then another short story collection, The Book of Frank Herbert, number 39. Obviously, most well known for Dune. He did write other stuff, but very nice condition. I think this one's pretty minty. Like, some of these just look like they really haven't ever been read, and I think they're back stock that they're found and sitting in a warehouse. So, The Other Log, A Phileas Fogg, number 47 by Philip Jose Farmer. I have read A Farmer, and it was oh my god, why can't I think of the name? It was that it's a crazy one. It's it was a Playboy Press. No, I'll think about it later. But it's the one with and I mentioned it in my last review, my ranking my 32 books. So if you want to know which farmer I read, and I can't even think of the damn name now, go watch my last video. I rank all 32 of the science fiction books I have read in the last 2 years with a tier maker. So number 50, Lafferty, Strange Doings, and this cool red cover. So I'm not really saying a lot of these artists as well. This one has a little wear. Not a minty one, but probably very good. I've read one Lafferty. If you watch that video, I did not care for it. I'll give an author usually 2 chances. So whenever I get around to reading another Lafferty, and if I really don't like that one too, I'll probably just sell all my Laffertys. And it would make me pretty happy because Lafferty books have a little bit of value. So looks like in the first 100 they did several of these best ofs, or book of. So this is the book of Gordon Dixon, number 55. Dixon is a very popular DAW author, or I wouldn't say maybe prolific DAW author. There's a lot of Dixons, DAW Dixons. Here's another Green Star one. So When the Green Star Calls, number 62 by Carter. I really enjoy the artwork on this one. Pretty nice condition. So these are all bagged, so hopefully there's not too much glare and you can see the cool art. And another, The Book of Farmer, number 63. A lot of these book ofs in this first 100. I think I have most of them. That art, I think it's the purple book, right? Isn't that what that is? Or similar, but that art just screams Farmer. Reminds me of the purple book thing he did. The Hero of Downways by Coney, DAW number 70. This one isn't quite mint. It does have some staining on the back. I think I picked this up. I think was this one of my haul videos? Might have been. I used to be really good at like, oh yeah, I got this book there and that one there and this one. I've gotten so many books and I've sold and they've cycled through. I really have a hard time remembering where now I picked up what book. So, like you guys care anyway, but this art, love it. Wish I knew some of the artists better, but I don't feel like taking them out of the bags and doing all that crinkling and showing you. But number 82, The Telsley Toy by James Schmitz. I know Ira has been in the SF Words of Wonder, has read at least one Schmitz and talked about it. I have heard good things. I am intrigued. I hope to get to them. Games Cyborgs Play. It's a little play on the spelling. Number 83 with some sexy 70s looking mermaids in the water. Don't know anything about this. I'm guessing with the pun, or not maybe not the pun, but the play on the spelling there, that it's maybe a satire, supposed to be kind of comedic, but I don't know anything about it other than that. I kept it because I like the art. And yeah, I don't know anything else about Pierre Barbet. So here's somewhat of a valuable one. A Dying Earth book, A Quest for Symbolists, DAW number 88 by Michael Shea. I wish this one was minty. It would be worth even more, but I'll take what I can get. This is not a common book. It does have a little sticker tear on the back. I found this at a bookstore in town, locally here in Houston area, for like $8. So I was like, yoink, I'm gonna take that. So I do remember where that one came from. Swan, How Are the Mighty Fallen, number 94, Thomas Burnett Swan. I have not read Swan. Fellow eBay seller, bookseller, and whatnot, Raxus, has read one Swan and loved it. Said he's very poetic, great prose. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm really gonna edit that out. Actually, with the little show my shelves and come back, I'm going to do the most editing I've ever done on the show, so I hope it goes well. DAW number 105, The Fall of Chronopolis by Barrington J. Bailey. Bailey is another one I've heard really good things about, but I've not read. I want to check him out, so I collect. I have a problem like, I think I like this author, then I'll buy a whole bunch of books, and I haven't even read one yet. Maybe I won't like him, but... Goularts. I had a lot more Goularts. I've kind of sold some. Maybe I'll keep them. This is Flux. I did enjoy the one Goulart I read, Hell Quad, which is a DAW, but after the yellow spines. Do I love it? No, it was a good palette cleanser. But this is, I believe Liminal or Pulp showed this one in theirs. It always reminds me like that robot's got like a pizza cutter face with some hair on it. That's what it, I don't know. That's how my mind thinks sometimes. Alright, so that was 105. Next stack. Where's the next stack? Here we go. So this is another one of my valuable ones, and I want to find the others. I have some of the later ones too, but this is the Year's Best Horror Series 2, DAW number 109. Very hard to find these early Best of Horrors. Even the later ones are expensive. This one's pretty nice shape too. I got it for cheap on Whatnot. I got it for like $4 or $5, guys. So you can get some great steals on there sometimes. I think it's worth 40 or 50 if I'm not mistaken. So there's that one. Another Green Star, By the Light of the Green Star, DAW 110 by Carter. And this must be book 3 at least of that series, the Green Star series. $117 Zelazny, To Die in Italbar. I like the Amber series, so I have read some Zelazny. Enjoyed that. Have not read anything else. I really want to read Lord of Light. I know Tim Kaine. I watch all of his videos. He's one of the Fallout creators. He talks about some of his favorite books and inspirations, and Lord of Light from Zelazny, he says, is his favorite book of all time. So, high praise. And I already know I like the author, so gotta read it. The Warrior of World's End by Lynn Carter. I collect Carters, so you can see. So this, and Carter made wrote a lot of DAW books, or edited a lot of DAW books as well. So you may see him come up a few times. As the Green Star Rises. So here's another Green Star. Carter, kind of looks like Tarzan or Sword and Planet kind of style books. I don't know much about it other than that, but probably little quick pulpy reads, I'm guessing. This is one that holds a little value. It's a dystopian novel, 2018 by Sam J. Lundwall. DAW number 142. I think this usually goes at least for 10, 15 bucks. This one is in really nice shape. Happy to have this copy. Oh yeah, awesome cover. Sexy girl cover with like a pet shark lizard thing. The jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Is that what it says? Yeah. DAW number 144 by Coney. I've heard really good things about Coney from the Whatnot crew, so I've been collecting his books to hopefully read sometime soon. One of the top covers, though, I think. And another Carter, The Enchantress at World's End, DAW number 150. I could take or leave the art on this. It's not done poorly. It's just, it's whatever. And then DAW 153, another book of. This is the Book of Poul Anderson. Very clean copy. Anderson short stories. The First Tanith. And this is the Birth Grave, number 153. So this may be the first Tanith in DAW. I think I have most, if not all of them. So you'll be seeing more of her. She was a very prolific DAW writer as well. Her books have been increasing in popularity lately and been going up. So If you can find some Tanis for a decent price, I would recommend snagging them. A lot of them, especially in the 70s, these DAWs and around this time of hers, fetch a little money now. So here's a cool one. Here's the second book of Fritz Leiber, DAW number 164, and it is signed. I found this at a estate sale where they had a lot of signed Libras. I have the whole entire Fafford Gray Mouser set in like really good condition signed, and I got it from this estate sale for $1 a book. Because they don't think anything about... So you can see the signature. I did show this one. They don't think anything about... A lot of estate sales are just like, they want to almost give away paperbacks. They'll price hardcovers occasionally. Or they'll be like $4 or $5 a hardcover. I've had some that price them individually though. And then they'll be like, get however many paperbacks you want for like 50 cents or $1 each. And I'm like, heck yeah, man. People sleeping on the estate sales, sleeping on the paperback value. Another Carter, but this is his editing, and it's the year's best fantasy stories, number 166. He edited the first several of these, and it switched over to Sahoff, I think. I'm not sure at which collection number it is, though, that occurs. 170, another Coney, Rax. I've heard great things. I know Raxus loves this. Ira from SF Words of Wonder loves this book. So definitely one I want to check out. Heard nothing but praise. Cool cover. Really nice condition. This book fetches a little more value now too. A little more collectible. Goulart, When the Waker Sleeps. 175. This looks like a cover for a Goulart book. And another book. The Book of Brunner. 177. I need to check if I have all of these book ofs. I think I have a lot of them. Or you've seen the ones I have, but... the first Moorcock. So, I used to have an Eric of Melniboné. You won't see it here because I sold it and a couple others I had previously. They fetch a decent bit of money. I do have a decent sized Moorcock collection. A lot of them UK, so I think I have a UK paperback copy of that, and maybe even a hardcover, and I know I have it in another... I have that story so many times, it's hard to justify keeping the valuable DAW version despite just having it for collector's sake. So, maybe if I stumble across it for a decent deal again, I'll grab it. But anyway, this is the Land Leviathan, DAW number 178. Not one of the minty ones. It's not bad, though. Another Carter, In the Green Star's Glow. Another Green Star, DAW number 180. Again, this one's not perfect, but not bad. Anything that was kind of really beat up, I've gotten rid of. I've become a little more condition snobbish recently. But then I say that, and this is maybe the other rough book. It's because this one's hard to find. This is Don't Bite the Sun, number 184 by Tanith Lee. Valuable book now. Well-regarded book. Zig and Raxus just absolutely love this book. I think Book Pilled also like this one. I need to read it. Short read too, but there's that one. This is a weird DAW. The way it looks from the front. It's 187. Farmer, it's J.H. Rosny Ironcastle. I really don't know. It's a Farmer book. The cover looks different. But there it is. DAW number 187. Lee number 2, the Stormlord, with the Sword and Sorcery, Sword and Planet looking outfits. 193, as you can see. I think this was a diesel book. I think this was near minty. Flight to Opar, Farmer, 197. I think I need this one. This one may be an upgrade. It's got a lean, so if I find a nicer one, I may upgrade that one. They're not that expensive and hard to find. Landis, A World Called Camelot, DAW number 202. Best Fantasy 2 by Carter, or edited by Carter, number 205. I'd say it's very good. It's got some scuffing on the back. Pretty cool dragon fantasy artwork. Looks D&D-ish, sort of, but in a different style. It actually looks kind of barbarian-esque, Sword and Planet-esque with the dragon on it. So it's kind of merging those two styles, I should say. Guess it doesn't really look like a D&D dragon. Another Carter, the Immortal at World's End, another World's End, number 210. This kind of has that same cover style as that Iron Castle. I don't know why they did some of that with a little box and not having the art all around, which is not usual for them, I would say. Did I knock that out? Okay, here we go. Best Horror Stories 4, another valuable one, number 217. Pretty clean. I need 1, 3, 5, and 6, I think, and I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think getting there. Here's another valuable one, a really cool one, lovely art. The Strugatskys, 218. What's it? Yeah, The Final Circle of Paradise. I've read Doom City only. It was good, not great for me. It was good, but not terribly entertaining. Maybe they're not supposed to be, but here's this one. Very nice minty shape. Clayton, the first Clayton, I don't know if I'd like her books or not. Doll number 235, The Diadem of the Stars. But the artwork is always on point. Some of the sexy girl stuff from, you know, science fiction and fantasy, but I collect them because of that. Maybe I'll read them one day and see what I think. Another Carter, World's End, The Barbarian of World's End, number 243. Pretty good shape. So the little bag got kind of creased up, but the book is nice. And the Best of Jake's 244. This is his face done like that. It's done well. It just looks kind of funny. It's a funny looking cover, and not for the reasons they're normally funny. Not a big fan of that cover, I guess. And a Bishop, Beneath the Shattered Moons, 246. Very clean, minty copy. I've read that one Bishop. Now I can't even think of it. The one where it's kind of like leper colony thing. And I mentioned it in the last book. My memory's not very good today, apparently. Usually it is. And I got a little bit left. Another Tanith, Volkavar, number 251. Clean book. Wrinkled bag, because they get shoved in the shell sometimes, and the bags kind of crinkle up. This one, Del Daldo, the Warlord of Gandor. Definitely it's 253. It's giving me kind of Lord of the Rings-ish vibes in the art and the style. I guess, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is actual fantasy or satire fantasy. I've never heard. I don't even think Del Daldo's wrote a lot of books. It's the only book of his I've seen, but it's pretty cool. But here is an Elric, and I'm not sure why I keep this one but not the others, but this is the Bane of the Black Sword, 254. In pretty good shape. Not minty, but nice. Is that Whelan cover? Whelan art? I think it is Whelan art. Love Michael Whelan. Art. A Neil Baird Jr. Aldair, Master of Ships, number 259. Pretty cool. I've not read Barrett. He has some post-apocalyptic books I want to read, so maybe I'll like that too. A Brunner, The Productions of Time, number 261. This one's kind of funny. Really nice shape. This is the minty one. Fantasy Stories 3, edited by Carter, number 267. So I have a lot of these. I'm probably missing a few. But I at least have the first 3. Here's, this one always makes me laugh. Lee, 272, Vazcor, Son of Vazcor. And the last one for episode, or the first half of this, I got up to 275, Joe Clayton, Lamarcos, another Diadem novel. Great art, sexy girl art. They all have like a booty, naked booty on them, but alright, there is video 1. Be looking out if you're interested to see what other dolls I have. I'll be showing them off in video 2 and probably post it here in a day or 2. Maybe separate them a little bit to give a break. But I appreciate everyone watching. Hope you enjoy. Thanks.